How we all doing? I had a very stressful beginning of stream. I Everything was going wrong. I couldn't load the One Piece chapter, and I'm like, crap. Well, I already made the title. I would have to read the One Piece chapter, but I can't. What am I going to do? Am I gonna have to do like the raws and translations? That's gonna be ass. But no, I figured that out, and then my mic wasn't working. I'm like, what is wrong? It wasn't connecting. So I just had to close out StreamYard, go back in, and we are good. So yeah, I think we have a fun evening ahead of us. Going to do like a normal stream. We're going to do our One Piece chapter review. We're going to do the leak night because I want Sunday to just be Kagurabachi. I think I want to go back to that, doing Thursday One Piece and it's Kagurabachi Sundays. Just, keep that the way it is. So we're going to be reacting to the new chapter that dropped because we get leak night. And let me share my screen. Make sure I'm doing this right. Go like that. There we go. So again, I'm a human being who is on the internet. So I have seen certain things that have happened in this chapter. I know there's a whole lot of discussion about Zoro and Sanji Haki. That's really about it. I know we get confirmation Zoro has conquers Haki, and I don't think Sanji does, from what I've gathered. Again, being a person who's on the internet and who experiences things. But that's about it. That's all the experience. So I'm really very curious to see what's going to happen in this chapter. Can I? Oh shoot. Oh, okay. I cannot zoom in. So hopefully this is big enough for you guys to read. If not, I always read out loud so you guys can follow along. So chapter title, One Piece chapter 1152, An Awful Day. We meet Kawamatsu. That's awesome. I like Kawamatsu. He's pretty cool. And carry on chapter cover things. Let's hurry to the lift. Abnormal Haki emanates from the realm of the sun. Gerd, we'll leave this sack of filth in your care. Got it. Be careful. I shall dedicate all my might to this Gerd Tasso. Hadruden, move it. Let's get going. So these are giant warrior pirates are all charging to the surface. We're leaving Gerd behind with everyone else. Well, okay, it looks like they're gone, but Gerd's staying behind with Loki. I don't know about everyone else. I better stay too, Luffy. Yasan's wounds are too severe. We can't move him yet. Got it. I'll leave him to you. Sorry, I hit my mic. Probably didn't sound too great. I want to make sure people can hear me because I know I was having mic issues, but damn, everyone left in the chat. I got 0 viewers, 0 live viewers. Got it. I'll leave it to you. Hey, Straw Hat Luffy. Be mindful of the way you use Conqueror's Haki. Those guys are by no means immortal. Thanks. You can count on me. I'll save Colin and his friends no matter what. Okay, wait a minute. Be mindful of the way you use Conqueror's Haki. Those guys are by no means immortal. So is it just Conqueror's Haki bypasses their immortality? I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that. That's kind of lame, I'm not going to lie. Gabon, that just made it click for me. I wasn't able to put words together before. My own power. I'm the only one left who's faced those knights before. I know I can beat them. Free me and take me with you, Hadruden. You? Fighting for Elbaf? Damn, Loki looking pretty cool here. So, okay, wait a minute. Now, Loki can use Conquerors. That's just right. That's confirmation. You can use Conquerors Haki. Right? Am I crazy? I feel like that's what we're doing here. Also, the size, like he is sitting down and still towering over Hadruden. Like I'd ever take you with us. There's another in your group who uses Conqueror's Haki. Wait, no, that's not a question. I lied. There's another in your group who uses Conqueror's Haki. Oh, is it me? I knew it. With how things were going, Mosshead and Jinbei were about to usurp me. You there, swordsman. Your body seems to be growing accustomed to it. Oh, damn. That's not good for that's not good for Sanji fans. Damn. I have Conqueror's Haki? Such an idiot. Oh my god. I have Conqueror's Haki? Huh? I got Conqueror's. What, you didn't know? It's been oozing out of you. That's crazy. Also, again, that's a bad, just real bit, because I want to come back to this. Bad look for Sanji. I'm a Sanji fan. I like Sanji a lot. I think I'm primarily a Zoro fan, but I like Sanji a lot. I think it's pretty obvious they're both gonna have Conqueror's Haki by end of series. But the fact Zoro does have like a big jump on him. What? You didn't know? It's been oozing off you. He's like, how absurd. How absurd. Haki is a power that must be understood and tamed. Your captain is one of the 4 emperors. You should be meticulous if you intend to have his back. My bad. Bro's apologizing because he doesn't know what he's doing. That's great. That's funny. I like that. So it's like okay. But so that means like he doesn't even know what he's doing. He's just like raw instinct, and he's using Conqueror's Haki against King, against Kaido, against Rob Lucci. Actually, I don't recall if we saw the lightnings during the Rob Lucci fight, but no, that's funny. So that means Zoro's been not holding back. He has not been fighting like optimally with Conqueror's Haki against mainly King and Kaido. Like those feats he has against King and Kaido are like him without even knowing what he's doing. That's nuts. That really is. That is nuts. I can't believe that. That's crazy. I can't believe we did that. The Zoro hype in this chapter is crazy. And again, I love Zoro. He's probably my favorite on the crew. Probably. I don't know. I mean, it goes between him and Luffy, but like outside of Luffy, it's Zoro, and then Sanji, like one level below that. I like all 3. This is the thing. People argue about the monster trio, like Luffy, Zoro, Sanji. Like I like all of them. Those are like my top 3 favorite characters. Unironically, those are my top 3 favorite characters. And then then there's like characters outside of the crew, like there's like others, but like honestly, if you had to name top 3 favorite Straw Hat characters or top 3 favorite characters in One Piece, Luffy, Zoro, Sanji is like that comes out pretty. You can get that pretty easily out of me. Okay. Hey, old man, what about me? He's all like, hey, Hadruden, you're pathetic. You rather sit back and let these outsiders save our homeland? I'm right here. Use me. Sanji just like it's just a panel of Sanji like with his mouth open. I'm confused. Who's to say you won't side with the government? You could easily stab Elbaf in the back again. Just like you did on that day. How can you expect me to trust you? Hadruden, hurry. We can't let casualties pile up anymore. Hey, Loki. Join my... Dog. Join my crew. If he does, then you can't complain if I free him, right, Hadruden? That's crazy. Crazy. Wait a minute. I was going to say, so like, huh? Get real, Luffy. There's no way we'd fit him on the ship. Yeah, think of the food supply. He eats even more than you do. I was going to say, Loki eats a lot for a giant, and he is also like 20 times the size of him. Like he was like a few chapters back, there's like a panel of him and Luffy both stuffing their face like crazy. It's so funny. Elbaf doesn't seem to want him, but he seems okay to me. Besides, if he tries anything, I can always beat him up. Don't mess with me, you runt. There's no way I become your underling. You're going off your gut, huh, Straw Hat? I can't wait to see how he fights. So, dude, hey, understandable. I cannot wait to see how Loki fights either. I've been waiting for this ever since they hyped up his devil fruit. I'm like, he's gonna be nuts. And now we know he uses Conqueror's Haki. If he join, look, honestly, I don't think he's gonna join the crew. It's just not gonna work. Like he's not fitting on the ship. That's just not happening. If I can go back, what chapter? Or I'll just look it up. Giants lifting the Sunny. Like Gerd and that one dude. Not in One Piece. There's a panel of... Okay, I'm not going to be able to find it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time looking for it. There's a panel of Gerd and one of the other dudes lifting the Sunny above his head. He's like the same size as Gerd. He's lifting the Sunny above his head. Loki, as we said... is the Sunny is like Gerd is able to lift the Sunny above her head. This is Loki right next to him. Like, that is crazy. That is just not going to work. It's just not going to work. Okay, where were we? Hadrudin, what are you doing? The lift's ready to go. I'm coming now. Sorry, Straw Hat. Loki is a condemned criminal in Elbaf. I can't just hand him over to you. Really? Hadrudin, release Loki. Let's go. Scopper. What was that, Yasin? 14 years ago, Loki murdered 113 members of the castle guard. He left Elder Jarul on the brink of death. He killed his own father in cold blood. He's the worst criminal our country has ever known. It was this guy. This guy was carrying the Sunny above his head, by the way. 100. We didn't. That's the first we heard of that. He murdered castle guard. I assume he probably did, but 113 members. I know, but on that day, I felt a strange emanation of hockey coming from from Uwis. Oh, is that the name? That's the name of the castle, Uwis Castle. Shanks and I went there to investigate. Looking back, it's possible we didn't have the whole story. You went to the castle? Huh? Wait, did you just say Shanks? That's funny. Stanson, I'm sorry. Go ahead without me. Zoro Sanji, I'll catch up in a bit. This dumb Shanks thing again. Hey, don't call Shanks dumb. He means you're the dumb one. Okay, so what I'm getting right here. Loki, Scopper, Hadrudin, and Luffy are staying behind. Everyone else is going on. Oh, and Chopper, I guess, is staying behind. All the rest of the giant warrior pirates. Oh no, Gerds. So these three are going, and then Zoro, Sanji are going up. So like we kind of got. Because I said they just leave, right? Okay, so we got so these guys are holding back. So I assume we're gonna get like a 2-wave thing. Like Zoro and Sanji will show up. They'll fight. I've been saying this. Zoro and Sanji are fighting Dorian Bragi. I feel like that's the most obvious. I don't know. I feel like that's kind of obvious. I feel like Zoro and Sanji fighting Dorian Bragi because, like, when you look back at Little Garden, Dorian Bragi like are beefing. The whole reason they got beef is over the hunting for is their hunting challenge, and that's exactly how Zoro and Sanji like got their beef started on Little Garden. It was the hunting challenge. I think just the parallels between the parallels between Zoro and Sanji and then Dorian Bragi are like they're pretty blatant. So I think they'll be the ones to fight Dorian Bragi. That leaves Luffy and Loki to fight Emu. And as for the rest of the giant warrior pirates, I assume they'll just help out where they're needed. You know, I don't know exactly what they're going to do. So then we left off here. Gabon. He's like, Hadrudin, who else can get him talking? You may have had different mothers, but you're still brothers. You have 3 minutes to explain, Loki. Tell me what happened in the castle 14 years ago. If you truly consider yourself a warrior of Elbaf, swear on your gods that you will tell us the truth. That's cool, brother. You really want me to relive that day? And they're all just... Oh, yeah, so they are going. They're going. Okay. I don't want to remember. It was an awful day. Look up in the sky. 14 years ago. Elbaf's Uist Castle. I messed that up the first time. Look, it's Loki. Prince Loki has returned. Elder Jarul just arrived too. He's like, oh, so this is him jumping and landing here. He summoned you too, Loki? Something like that. This is my family's home, you know. You seem well, old man. You haven't grown sick of life yet? Quiet, you. Look at the size difference. Look at this. I keep obsessing over how huge Loki is and how awesome he is. I wonder what he wants. It's hard to carry about the whims of a government dog. He sold out to the people who killed rocks. Right, because he was obsessed with rocks, so he just hints at, but so are you saying, does that mean Garp killed rocks? Are we getting Garp upskill? Is my video about Whitebeard versus Garp like retroactively getting more? He probably just doesn't know that Roger was there to fight. If that's the direction Elbaf's heading, then I'll oppose it. You're being loud. I'm too old for this stuff. Politics is a young man's game. We're in this mess because you keep sprouting that kind of nonsense. Now we've got a whole generation of pea-saddled brats who can't even hold a weapon. That's just a sign of the times. It's nice to know that my great-great-grandchildren won't see combat. They want peace. Coward, it's your duty to whip them into shape. What's that sound? It's coming from the throne room. Thank you for coming, Elder Drool. Loki. I mean, young master, it's a pleasure to have you back. Of course. Oh, I'm sorry, I peeked ahead a little bit. Well, just let me consult with the king. He summoned me, and this is my home. Open up, idiot. And just kicks his way in. Old man, I'm I gotta like zoom and enhance. There. Oh, I could have done this the whole time. I'm sorry if you guys couldn't follow along. I just realized I could zoom in. Your Majesty, and they've all cut him. Harold, what the hell are you doing? Realm of the Sun, Gabon's house. Realm of the Sun. Oh my God! Wait a minute. Is that the top? No, not the top, because you can see trees in the background. Anyways, what a staggering view. This is the best. Right. It's been quite a while since we shared a bath. How long's it been? 3, maybe 4 years? Gabon and Shanks. Get real. Oh, and I lied. This was the other thing No, sorry. I just got in. This was the other thing I saw. Oh, whoa. Zoomed in way too much. Can I not zoom in more? Oh. No, I cannot. I cannot zoom in more. Anyways, you can see it right here, kind of. There's the mark on Shanks's arm. That's the other thing I heard about. Get real. It's been maybe 10 years since the captain died. That long, huh? That must feel like forever ago to you, huh? That's interesting. So, is that the time dilation that people have been talking about? People have been talking about time dilation that I think makes a lot of sense. And I thought that would be really cool. And I didn't come up with the theory, but I heard it said and I kind of subscribed to it. Time dilation. That makes sense with the Lewis Arnold letter that we received where it's like, many adventures are here for you in Elbath, but do not overstay. You're welcome. Like, something like that, like a time, like don't stay here too long. Very interesting. But yes, Shanks has the mark on his elbow, which is the celestial, which, to me, I assume that's and this is what and that's not all coming from me. I'm on the internet. That's the mark that the Gorosei have, the Holy Knights have, that allow them to regenerate and teleport, which is very interesting that he has this. And another big thing that I've seen people talking about is that when he lost this arm, this is the left arm that he lost, and that Luffy, and this is a good. I wish I could find the tweet. I saw a tweet about this, but Luffy liberating him, which I think that's just great. So yeah, like I said, I lied. I guess I did see some of. When I said I only saw the Sanji and Store stuff, I saw some of this stuff too. I forgot to mention, which is great. I like that a lot. Yeah, but the fact that he's like, that must feel like forever ago to you specifically, like to you and not to me, makes me think that there probably is time dilation going on here. Yeah, life's completely changed. I honestly just wanted to be a carefree pirate with Buggy. Still, Elbath. There are some things I'd like to know. Just be a carefree pirate with Buggy. Dude. This is something I said, or I haven't said. Oh, I lied because I scripted this for my Egghead Part 2 review. The tidbit we get of Buggy's backstory with Shanks, he wanted to be. Buggy was so caught up in wanting Shanks to be the king of the pirates that it drove the wedge in their relationship. And Shanks, he's like, I just wanted to have fun and be a carefree pirate and not have to do any. But he wanted to do it with Buggy. All the more tragedy to the situation. Shanks and Buggy backstory is just great. All right. Understandable. You are a child of destiny. What does that mean? Well, let's not dwell on tricky topics today, Shanks. Say, remember Little Garden? The island where we met Dory and Broggy? Of course. Oh, so they met Dory and Broggy too. That's wow. I don't think we caught that from the when we went during the Odin flashback. I don't think we went to Little Garden. So knowing they went there, that's new. That's awesome. I have no idea what's going on here with the Child of Destiny. I got no clue what's going on there. I ain't gonna lie. Hot enough, Yasen? Shankun? Whoa, you scared me. Shankun? It's great. Thanks, Ripley. Let's go, Ripley. Helping out the goat. Oh, and he's like, oh my God, you scared me. This spot really is the best. So this is what a human giant household looks like. Have some lingonberry tart and help yourself to drinks. Shankun, got any juicy old stories about Yasan? About Gabon? There's a G, the Y there is messing up my pronunciation of it. The Gabon-san? Mr. Gabon? I don't know. I'm just going. Oh, I've got one. Anytime we made it to port, there he was with who knows how many, and he rips. Dude, he's pulling it like Luffy. That's great. I love that. You brat. If you want to make it out of this country alive, you'll zip it. Do you know Harold? He's the king of Elbaf. The people think of him like a god. Yeah, I met him at Marie-Joie. We got along all right. Why was Shanks and Marie-Joie? Dude, the Shanks lore is crazy. We couldn't speak freely in the Holy Land. Now that we're both in this country, I really want to talk to him before it's too late. What do you mean before it's too late? That day, the massacre at the castle took place. Elbaf's most beloved king, Harold the Benevolent, lost his life. What's this? Let us out. Who closed the gate? Help! Elder Jarul, stabbed in the head. This is a forbidden devil fruit passed down within Elbaf. But just how did this man come to be so highly regarded by his people? What? Whoa, we're getting a flashback within a flashback. Jeez, okay, we're in Elbaf flashback time. Holy crap. We are in the flashback. This is great. All right. A long time ago, 109 years before the present day, if you asked anyone what the scariest thing on the sea was, the answer would always be the same. The giant warrior pirates. That was how things were in that era. Dorian Broggy. Their sword, yeah. In that age, even ships from the land of giants evoked immense fear due to Elbaf's reputation. It's a giant ship. I heard there's a beautiful princess in your castle. Let's have a peek. He was one of the reasons for said reputation. Harold. Dude, look at that. Just dogging on him. He's so much bigger. It's so cool. The giant of giants it's awesome. Whoops, my foot slipped. Your Majesty, please stop this. King Harland of Warland Elbaf. Harold began his reign at 45 years old, just 15 in human terms. Despite this, King Harold, remarkably enough, was pure scum. Go on, tell me who your god is. Okay. Very cool chapter. I'm not gonna lie. I think this final page, it's interesting. I want to learn about Harold for a while now, but I feel I would have much rather we stayed in this flashback. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I necessarily need to understand Harold's whole flashback. Looks like we're going to get an in-depth flashback about Harold. I would have rather we just stay here and hear more of Shanks and Scopper talking. This was by far the most interesting part of this chapter for me, is just this discussion. And that's how you know you have good characters and you craft an interesting world. This is interesting. We still don't know what's going on here. He got killed, I assume this is, he said something about this being the same hockey as one he sensed a long time ago. So it's like you assume this is Emu, messing around a little bit. I don't know exactly, but yeah, the most interesting part of this chapter absolutely is this conversation. Most likely time dilation. Very interesting. Shanks just wanted to be a carefree pirate with Buggy. Again, just that hits hard because I love that Buggy, little mini Buggy flashback, their relationship. Two of my favorite characters. I love that. No idea what Child of Destiny means. That's new. Who knows what that can mean? Whatever's going on here, where he's talking with him at the Marijuana, like Shanks at Marijuana. What is he doing? Like, is he like? I don't understand. What is Shanks' relationship with the five elders? What is going on here? We couldn't speak freely in the Holy Land. Now that we're both in this country, I really want to talk to him. What do you want to talk to him about? Number one, before it's too late. Like, what does that does he means he knows this is going to happen? I don't understand. But yeah, I guess this is Emu doing some stuff. Loki's going to jump in and prevent him from whoever this is. I don't know if it's Emu like himself, or probably just a holy knight that Emu like infected, or maybe it's one of the Gorosei. Who knows? But I think Loki's going to step in, eat this devil fruit so they can't get it, and that's why the holy knights have come back and they're like, "Hey, Loki, you should come help us. You got a pretty good devil fruit. This is the whole reason we came here last time, was get this devil fruit." So, yeah, this is honestly for the past like 10 or so. I don't know exactly. This is a standout chapter in this arc. Absolutely. We're rushing into fight. We could talk about Conquerors a little bit, which any more we can learn about Conquerors is appreciated to me because I feel like it's very underdeveloped. Conquerors hockey is. Specifically, I like this people spelling out, "Hey, I got Conquerors hockey," because it's almost impossible to tell the difference between advanced armament and advanced Conquerors hockey usage because it's both depicted by Black Lightning. So that's why it's confusing. Like, does Zoro have Conquerors? Like, it was unclear, kind of, even though it was like heavily implied. And without an explicit statement, we don't know if a character does or does not. So I love we get more discussion with that. Where was it? Where'd it go? Luffy, join my crew to Loki. I was not ready for that. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. He's going to be an ally, 100%. But I was not ready for that. That was awesome. I was like, holy crap, join my crew. And they were like, it's like, why? I don't know. He seems okay to me. Besides, if he tries anything, I can always beat him up. I love that. That's just so great. I can just beat him up. No worries. And he says, release Loki. And then says, 14 years ago, Loki murdered, blah, blah, blah. Or wait, no, I'm sorry. No, what was it he said? Shanks and I went to investigate. It's possible we didn't have the whole story. And then both of them are like, all right, we're staying here. We're getting the flashback arc. Zoro, Sanji, rest of the Giant Warrior Pirates, you guys go ahead, hold them off. We're getting our flashback. We're jumping into our belt 14 years ago. We're jumping into our flashback. And then we're jumping into another flashback. Which I'm not like thrilled about this final part. I'd much rather we learn more about this, but I guess I hope this will build into it. Look, week to week flashbacks I've learned are not the most entertaining thing. Even like, especially I think like Kuma's flashback. That's a great flashback, but week to week it feels like the pacing just halts because we have so long without our main characters. So, especially the fact that we're getting a flashback within a flashback makes me feel like this is going to be a bit of a doozy in terms of flashback. But you know what? I'm here for it. I'm excited. One Piece LBF has rehooked me because I'm not. Look, again, I've enjoyed the last few chapters. They've been good, but it just there was missing something, and this chapter gave me exactly everything I was missing. I'm very pleased with this chapter. I really am. That was a really good chapter. I mean, look, I spent 30 minutes talking about a One Piece chapter. Usually I talk way less just because the chapters, not a lot happens in them. So I'm thrilled about that. Now, people, you in here for One Piece. This is the end of the One Piece section. We are not going to have a little bit of a Kagurabachi fun. I couldn't think of another way to describe it. Since we have, well, let me share my screen. Make sure I share my screen. We had a break week last week, as I'm sure many of you are aware. But we also got Volume 8 of the cover for Volume 8 released. So I would like to do. Willibald knows exactly. Oh, you just convenient. No, you just wanted to be quiet while I was talking about One Piece. You didn't want to say. As soon as I say the word Kagurabachi, Willibald shows up. Very convenient. Very convenient. You were time. Well, if that's true, no, I believe you. I'm just messing with you. You're here right in time. No, I'm just messing. You're here right in time for Kagurabachi. We're going to do a tier list of the volume covers. So please bear with me. I don't know why they're ranked numbers. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to do S through. Yeah, let me just do that real quick. I don't want to like rank them number wise. Just S through B, C, and then like D. I don't think there's any D's, honestly. There's none that I dislike. But we're going to do a saw the OP chapter and left to read. There we go. Yeah, OP chapter was actually really good. I was surprised by that. I was expecting. Well, I don't know. I kind of knew what to expect because I saw a little bit on Twitter, so I knew some things were coming. But that has been that's one of the highlight chapters of the past few, maybe the last 10 or so. That is absolutely a highlight chapter. But yeah, we're gonna do a little tier list of the Kagurabachi volumes now that we have a total of 8 of them. Now we're gonna start off with Kagurabachi Volume 1. Okay. I am not gonna lie. I'm not the biggest fan of this one. I'm really not. Also, whenever I look at this, I think of Kagurabachi Brazil. You know what I mean? I almost got spoiled when I entered the stream, so I instantly did. Dude, anyone who can stay spoiler free for One Piece, all the power to you. I'm just a human who exists on Twitter. Like, I just get spoiled no matter what. I avoid it. I try. I end up seeing stuff. It's hard. But so yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this chapter, honestly. I like Kurgo, but it's just we got these like dudes in the back and they're fighting, and it's like a weird angle, and you don't even see Chihiro that well. I'm not a huge fan of this. The background is just like orange with like spots, and he's just like, what is this? What is this hand doing? I don't even know what it's doing. I'm not a huge fan of this one. I'm thinking I'm gonna put it in B, but as definitely subject. Oh wait, see, I gotta make sure I'm transitioning what I'm sharing when I go back and forth. I'm putting it in B for right now. The cover's good, but kind of basic. Yeah, I'm putting it in B, subject to change. Same thing about Brazil. I know every time I see like just the zoom in of him, I always think of Brazil. All right, so we did. So that's volume 1. Share this tab. All right, we got the versus Sojo, and honestly, people, this is not. I don't think this is a well liked one, from what I can gather. People aren't a huge fan of this. I dig it. I dig it. I think it's better than the first one. It's not my favorite on this list, absolutely not. But I dig it. You get is it the May dragon in the background? You get the lightning clash with the Nishiki coming off his blade. Again, Kagura, like, dude, I almost called him Kagurabachi. I was about to say the meme. I like, oh, it's Kagurabachi from Kagurabachi. No, Chihiro isn't really center stage. People favorite? I've seen people dislike this one. I enjoy it quite a bit. I don't think it's my favorite, but it is very good. I just, we only get like a little bit of Chihiro on here. I would have like appreciated maybe if we could see a little more of him on the same page. But yeah, I quite like this one. I'm not gonna lie. So here, let's go back to here. I'm thinking this is a solid A tier. This is a solid A tier. Yeah, Kagurabachi from Kagurabachi. This is a solid A tier. I quite like that one. Level above the first one. Sojo looks cool. Like more like the fact he's like grinning. It's like there's just more personality in this one than the previous one. Now, chapter 3. This one I also feels a bit divisive. Some people like this is some people's number one favorite, and this is some people's like absolute least favorite. I think it's the best one so far. I really do. We get, Chihiro center stage again. Not much expression from him, but Chihiro doesn't express much. We get the close-up blade, drawing it out. We get Kaora and Hiyuki in here. Honestly, as much as I love how it's portrayed like this, because these are the two main opponents he faces in this volume. This is the last volume on this list that is available in English that I own. So in this volume, he fights Hiyuki, and then I like that they're in the blade. I actually would have liked it more if we could get a little more of Hiyuki showing up in, make her a little bigger. That would have been nice. Horizontal still on shaky legs. There's plenty of symbolism in that one. Yeah, no, I quite like this one a lot. I think this is the strongest one so far. So if I come back to our tier list here, I'm thinking S tier. I think there's a steady progression in the covers for me, and I think that is good. Kaora on the edge side and Hiyuki on the blunt side is a good showcase. Dude, wait a minute. We're going back. You're right. I didn't even pick that up. Right, because this is his real opponent. This is, and he uses the blunt side of the blade on her, doesn't he? In their attack, he hits her with the blunt side, and instead of doing a lethal blow against him. That is a good catch there. I never noticed. I had to notice that. I had not. I didn't even. Oh, some of this stuff just goes over my head. I love that. That's great. Yeah, S tier, 100%. I feel way more confident in this placing now. That's great. All right. I don't really think we gotta. We can just move this along. Share this tab. This one. This might be my hot take. I love this one. This one's fantastic. I love the white. We get Hakuri front and center. He's like determined. He's doing so. The only thing, I wish we could see. I don't know if is this the volume that he gets the storehouse? Because I wish he could have actually had the storehouse on his eye. But I guess that would spoil it if it happened like halfway through the chapter. I don't know, but it's if you know what it is, if you read the chapter, he's got the storehouse leaking from his eye. And if you haven't, you're not spoiled. Actually, now that I say that out loud, it makes a lot of sense. Cloud Gouger over here with the lightning and just matching the white aesthetic from Hakuri, and his dual blade right here covered in all the blood, and it's like he's dual wielding. So cool. I love the white. This is okay. I guess my impression of how people feel about these covers is just not correct, because I don't know. I love this one. This is S tier, 100%. This is going top of S tier. This is my favorite one so far. Absolutely. Yeah. No, it's like this is it's because I look at all of them like this. The number one favorite. I cannot wait until I own this. I cannot wait until I own this. When I have my Kagurabachi stuff, this is the one that's going to be displayed. When I get my Kagurabachi shelf, when there's when there's 20 volumes, this is the one that's going to be to the side and displayed so everyone can see it. I love it. Oh, whoops. Okay, well, we can jump right into the next one. Most of thinking. I know. I love it. It just looks the coolest in my opinion. This one, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like this one. It's fine. I just don't like the idea of like the shattered, and it's supposed to be the door, right? That they shattered. the door into the storehouse. I just don't think it's a good choice for the cover. It's like this feels like this just doesn't feel like a cover. It feels like a chapter cut. Like, you know what I'm saying? It feels like one of the color spreads. This doesn't feel like a volume cover. Cheeto head Dorito or Cheeto head Dorito head Chihiro. Dude, I just had a stroke trying to read that. Yeah, I never look at that. It's like that's like a hard angle right there. That is a hard angle. Like, can I? Oh, I can zoom in, but I can't move around. Great. Um, like I like Kiora on here. He's looking fantastic. Chihiro, yeah, kind of like the Dorito head, and then there's like all this space here, which is just I feel like is wasted. Like I can't, like I don't know what's going on here. It just zooms in on their eyes. I'm like, I don't understand. Hiyuki super small in the bottom corner. Um, I give her a little more. Like I love Hakuri. Get Hakuri out of this. Have this be for the three-way deadlock between these three. Like not the deadlock, but the three-way fight between these three. Right? Is that not like that's the main part of this chapter? Have it be like these three clashing attacks or something. Like I don't know. I like the Shinichi in the center. It kind of get well. That's the thing. This is very obvious. Like to me, this is very obviously inspired by. Oh, you spelt it wrong. Okay, that makes more sense. I knew what you meant. Dorito head Chihiro, but I just in my brain I messed that up. I was gonna say I like the Shinichi in the center. How this whole section surrounds the Shinichi. Like, there's aspects of this I like, but again, I feel like Hakuri just has his he's just like smiling, like that. I don't like that. I don't like the bottom half. Honestly, wait a minute. Now I think about it. The only thing I like about this is Kaora. Kaora looks awesome in this. Everyone else is just sort of like make the volume cut here, just this top corner, and it'll be better. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like this one at all. This is obviously an inspiration from that one panel from Jujutsu Kaisen where it's like the prison realms in the center and everyone's around him. Like, we must get the prison realm. I don't think it works as well here. And I think oh dude, we might be putting this in D. This might be a D tier. And that's not again, I like it. It's still a good thing. It's still a good chapter cover. It's good. It just really doesn't do it for me like any of the others. So now we're gonna move on to volume 6, and this one I quite like. I do quite like this one. I like. Obviously, we got a Ruha front and center, the goat, and he's mixed with Samura over here on the bottom, and we get like the Samura breathing out the smoke from his mouth, which is like from the panel where it's like Samura attacks sound, which is one of my favorite panels because he's like Samura attack sounds and he's like breathing smoke out of his mouth. It's so cool. Oh wait, I'm not sharing my screen. Shoot. Whoops. What happened? Yeah, thank you. Look, this happens too often. I've been doing good. I've done like 14 different screen changing which screen I'm sharing. I've been good until this one. Okay. But okay, so yeah, we're looking at this one. I really like this one. We got a Ruha here. Lover Ruha, the white cloak, really just and that blurs into Samura's white from his thing. The smoke coming out of his mouth. Samura isn't front and center, but he shouldn't be. This one, if I recall, I think this volume sort of doesn't really get to that point, I don't think. I don't know exactly how much this volume covers, but we get the Chihiro and Hirohiko in the center, and I love like how Hirohiko's upside down. You got the blood cranes going around. Chihiro's right here fighting him, and but this is very much a Ruha front and center. Now, I think Samura, he's kind of sidelined a little bit in this one. It's like I'm dealing with He's meant to be on the shadows. Yeah, so it's like I really like this one. I think just the fact that Samura is all the way down here, I much prefer. I don't have it pulled up. Let me see if I can find it. Samura color spread. The color spread that was done. Yeah, this color spread. I love this. This is a fantastic color spread. I think and it's very obviously like this. You see the similarities between this and the volume cover. I think the Aruha and Samura poses are much superior. I think them just sort of standing here, I don't like. I prefer the Chihiro and Hirohiko from the volume cover, and I prefer these two from the color spread. So I think I'm getting a little too, intricate with it. I love this. I love Aruha. I think Samura should have been up here. Move them down, move Samura up here, and have the two of them like face off against each other. I'm just nitpicking. I love this. The companion piece. That's what I'm talking about. Is it? Well, I assume it's companion piece. They're very similar. So let me go back to here. I'm putting this top of A for sure. Top of A. I like it more than Sojo. I like the Sojo one, but this is more dynamic. The action pose of like these two fighting in the middle is just way more dynamic, and I love these two mirroring each other. Yeah, it's a really good one. Not my favorite, but not the least favorite. Now we get to number 7. Oh, I don't love it. I don't love it. I don't love it. I don't know what. I'm just going to keep saying that over and over again. It's way too black. It looks like a Marvel poster. You know what I mean? Ruha was the focus of the short chapters. Fair point. Yeah, look, this one's divisive. Okay, I guess I'm right on this one because I don't love this one. I think Samura. Look, I think the Samura is cool. The Samura pose with the blade and the wings coming around is cool. Chihiro and Iori here, they're just sort of standing here, and I think they kind of look. That's what I say. It's like a Marvel poster. They're just sort of like, they're sort of standing there. I believe this is the volume that ends with Samura with the giant wings, like coming down and landing. The fact that we don't have a Samura with the wings as a volume cover is like very disappointing to me. The fact we don't have Samura in the wings as a color page is disappointing to me. I think like Samura with the wings. And you know what I'm talking about when he comes in at the end of that one chapter, and then in the other chapter when he uses Huzaku to heal the entire building and he flies up with the wings and he comes back down. Samura with the wings is like such a good looking aesthetic that I'm surprised they didn't use this. So I don't really want to get too much into it. I think this is it's about the first one. I think. Because Samura looks awesome. And it's just, again, like this. Iori and Chihiro just look kind of like meh. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like crazy about them. So I think that's what I'm doing. Too spoilerly, perhaps. Maybe later down the line. Well, that's what they should have done for the newest one. And now let me pull this up. Share this tab. Now this one, I know is divisive. This one, I know people are very divided when it comes to this one. I kind of dig it. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of dig it. I kind of dig it. I'm not gonna lie. again, I feel like Hirohiko, make this man a little bigger. Make this man a little bigger. He's a little too small, like hiding in the corner. Yeah. I like this one. I like the Chihiro with the white purity style drum. You get the owl in the background, the hotel behind him. I think Iori. This is a good. This Iori looks better than this Iori. This Iori is just like in the corner, like whatever. No, who cares? This Iori is awesome. I think Hirohiko's a little too small and like sort of shoved in the corner. He should have had a little more presence on here. That's like my main concern. And the other thing I do agree with is the color palette. I think it's a little too muted. Super pale. I feel like his blonde, not his blonde, his pink is like super pale. When like even in this one, I feel like it's not much less pale. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But I know I kind of dig this one. It's not my favorite or anything. Absolutely, yeah, not my favorite, but the whole pale thing is hilarious, though. I get it. I mean, that's my slight criticism. And again, I think Hirohiko should be a little bigger on the volume. But that being said, I think we're talking bottom of A. Like honestly, I like this cover more than the previous one with Samura. I was just not a fan of this one. And I'll move this one up to C. So this is our volume cover tier list. Absolutely, the Hakuri one, my number one favorite. That's the best. That's just the best. This one, the Chihiro Volume 3 cover, fantastic. These three, I think, are really good. A few issues here. Just the first one's kind of generic. This one looks like a Marvel poster. And then the last one, it's just the whole artistic choice. It just didn't work for me. It's well drawn. I like Kaora on the thing. I just think they're kind of, it didn't work from the beginning. Next volume is going to be Bright. I'm calling it. Well, like, here's the thing. I don't even know what it's going to be based on. When does volume 8 end? Doesn't it end like this last chapter was where volume 8 ended? Ooh, true. Dude, I hope we get a Chihiro versus Samura chapter, just like we got the versus Sojo chapter. Or like the Chihiro, cover for the volume. Why did I say chapter? Just like how we got like this for when Chihiro and Sojo fought. If we can get something like this with Chihiro and Samura going at it, and they're like Tobimune's feathers and like kuro fish are everywhere, and like he's using Ishiki to combat the red Suzaku, like that could be a crazy volume cover. I keep saying chapter, I mean volume. But yeah, that's our. I'm gonna come back to it. This is our tier list. I feel like I'm really good with these. These top two are great. Honestly, these top five are all great. I like them a lot. Bottom three are fine, perfectly fine, no issues. Just maybe issues with this bottom one, but all in all, like pretty good. Because even B tier is good. It's just a little generic. Or this one's generic. This one it's generic. That's an accurate thing. The Volume 8 cover is apparently subject to change according to Weekly Shonen Jump. Also, the characters have pale skin in Volume 7 cover, which was revealed, but was color corrected in the official release. Oh, shoot. Sorry. I just hit my mic. I'm sure that sounded terrible. I don't think I knew that. Well, I'm just looking at it now. Like Chihiro and Iori they are just kind of pale. Like they are in this volume 7, but like let me go back. Like even in this one, Chihiro he's a little darker. Like Chihiro, Chihiro's got like a normal skin tone here. Now I've heard people talking about like maybe it's the owl, it's the he's thing. I don't know. That could be interesting. And what's up, Chrisman? Good to have you back. I'm stumbling over my words. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a little bit of a longer stream. I'm just doing this because we had a break week last week, and I just want to be able to talk Kagurabachi. So I thought maybe we could do a little bit of character tier list, just not power ranking, just for fun. If we have fun with this, maybe we can do a power ranking one later. This is gonna be just based on my opinions, obviously. So we have S for like really great characters, A good, B solid, C like I got a tier for just like not a character, like this dude not a character, this dude not a character, this dude not a there's gonna be a lot of not a characters, and then dislike for any characters like I actually feel negative about. Dude lost a shit ton of blood and he's anemic. Yeah, no, I get like he died and came back, and since he's come back, has been dark out. Like there's been no sun. The sun has been blocked out. I get it. So yeah, I'm just gonna I don't want to spend too much time here because I feel like this is a lot of characters to get through. I feel like Chihiro S tier, pretty obvious. I get the whole idea. He's like this edgy character, but he has a good heart and he's like trying to deal with the sins of the past of his father, who I think right now is an A tier. He's not my favorite. Like if once we get the flashback, I'm sure he's bound to jump up. I think the ideas of him creating these weapons, knowing they're going to be used for harm, but instilling in Chihiro that you know what I mean. You know what I mean. And the last Weekly Shonen Jump magazine said something about the cover design may be changing. I'm not sure how often that happens in other manga, but this might have been a draft cover. Like I said, I really don't mind. The only reason I mentioned the pale thing is because I saw someone make a version that was sort of color corrected, and I thought like that was a great. I'm gonna see if I can find that. It was on Twitter. Kagurabachi Volume 8. And I'll probably come up with the corrected version of it, right? Oh, yeah. Okay, wait. Share this tab. Yeah. So, like, look at this. And you might not think that's like a huge difference. Like this is good, right? But then you come out of here, and then this is what we have. You know what I mean? Like, you don't realize it until you see. Let's see. There was another one around here, right? I think. No, I can't find it. Oh no, yeah, here we go. Here we go. Boom, boom. Yeah, like come on. You see like you look at this is great, and then you don't realize how this one looks kind of until you get the like one is obviously better. I think so. I don't know. Goes a long way. Yeah, I think it's great. It's awesome. All right, so back to this because I want to. This is fun. Shiba right now, honestly, he's going above Rokihira. He's great. Just the way he's conflicted, like he's encouraging Chihiro to go down this path, but he doesn't want to. But he kind of feels that he has to, like he owes it to him, and that's just great stuff. Don't mind me here. I'm just moving these guys into blah blah blah. His Hat Shaku, dude, B tier for Hat Shaku, 100%. He's cool. He runs like we get a little bit like you don't know his name. We get a little bit of character with him. Like he's actually releasing the hostages that he's taken, which I just love, and the aura and everything. Char S tier. Like there's nothing I would change about her character except maybe have her in the story more. It's it's just great. And now, like, see, she's cool. I don't have anything against her. Daruma, low-key B tier. Low-key top of B tier. He kind of had I didn't like him at first, and he came around. He was pretty cool. I liked him quite a bit. Sojo. Mm. Yeah, I think Sojo goes to the top. I think Sojo goes to the top. I miss Char. I know. I miss Char too. I wish she was in the story more. Azami, just because he's got aura. He's similar Bo with Shiba. Oh, dude, these guys, no, no, just you are not a character, not a character. Kazane, I'll put him in as a character because he actually is a character. This guy's not a character. This guy's not a character. This guy's not a character. Char's mom, low key, just there we go. Throw her up in age. Char's mom over Chihiro. Char being above Shiba is whack, bro. What has Shiba done? I feel like Char and Shiba have like the same amount of screen time. Am I crazy? I don't know. I like Shiba a lot. Maybe Shiba should be. I feel like I need more from Shiba over Chihiro. Sojo over Chihiro, 100%. Yeah, you might be right. You're probably right. You're probably right. Not a character, not a character, not a character. Oh, not a character. Oh no, Kudo. Wait a minute. Wait, I lied. Kudo's a character. We like Kudo. He is. I don't know. He's just. Yeah. This guy I really like for no good reason. That's just my sleeper. That's I just like him. He thwacks. He did teleport Soya up to the sky. Okay. Fair enough. I was wrong. You were right. Random with Shaku Lady. This guy, actually, I think he's a cool character. I like him. I feel like we're gonna get more from him. I'll put him up like below Daruma, but above Hanshaku and Kudo. I feel like. We got his name too, and I forgot. Oh, dude, I forgot his name. It was something. It was no. I'm telling you. I got stocks and invested in Ichiki, blonde Yoda. Would you say blonde Yoda or blind Yoda? Ichiki. Yeah. I got stocks in Ichiki. That's my sleeper pick. He's gonna be strong. He is probably. I mean, we saw the panel of him punching Azami. I don't know. He's my sleeper pick. He's like Netero. He's like the old man, but he's a badass. He's like the grandpa, the stone grandpa from One Piece, or not One Piece. Oh my god, from Naruto. It's my sleeper pick. This guy, this is my favorite, like Glup Shido from Kagurabachi, the guy with the long neck. He's going at the top. Okay, I'll put Hinao over him. I can't put him above Hinao. This guy's fodder. Okay, and now I feel like you could have seen this coming. Oh, the audio went like that. My bad. Are we good now? Can you hear me? Okay. I feel like we could have seen Samura at number 1 coming, especially with the developments in the last few chapters. He was already, okay, I'm not going to lie. He was already my favorite character, but he is easily, I feel like easily S tier, but he is my number 1 favorite character from this series. The GOAT above everyone else. Okay, look. Okay, yeah. I'm okay with this. Aruha. I don't know if Aruha is S tier. I don't think he is. I think he's better. These guys. Also, I'm going to move Azami up. I feel like Azami earns a little more. I like him a little more than these guys. I think Aruha top of A tier. Yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking. I'm in thought. I'm okay with that. Okay, these are the other 2 sword bearers. Yeah, we don't know him yet. We don't know nothing about him. Sword Saint. Okay, dude, I'm tempted to put Sword Saint and not a character, but he's not. There's more room for Aruha in the future. Absolutely. Aruha has room to grow. Sword Saint, I don't know. Sword Saint is hard to place because we don't really know that much about him. We don't know why he did anything. Right now, he's just like a mass murderer. I'm tempted to put him into like not a character. I really am, but like we have more from him than. Mm. He ain't a character. Okay, okay. You know what? Now I have reason to put him in not a character, like because he's not. He isn't really a character. He's top of. So everyone else here is not in order. He is at the top though. That's the only thing. Hiyuki. Mm. I'm thinking like bottom of S or above. Like it depends on like above Aruha. She's above Aruha for sure. King Von's a menace, dude. I just I don't feel comfortable placing the Sword Saint because we don't know anything about him. We've like barely, he's had like one line, right? Like some of these guys have had more lines than him. Or I could just throw him in dislike because like I kind of don't like him. he's kind of a dick. I'm keeping him. He's top of not a character because I can't rank him. I don't have feelings towards him. I don't like him or dislike him. Hiyuki, I like Hiyuki a lot. She didn't like click with me as she did for many people. Like where like this is my new favorite character. I like her a lot. I think top of A is where I'm gonna put her. I feel like that's where she sits for me. I'm not gonna, you know, I don't want to. I feel like, yeah, I feel like that was going. Hakuri, the GOAT, not going in C tier. That is an easy S tier. Hakuri in S tier. Easy. Above Shiba. Above Char. Yes. Okay. That's it. I don't like him or dislike him. Lock yourself in a room and that's changing fast. Well, like if I'm at like if we're talking any of these characters in real life, they all kill people, right? So it's like it's not lock me in a room with like Chihiro. I'm gonna be a little scared. All right. Well, I mean, look, Sojo's in my S tier. He's definitely killing me if I'm in a room with him. Sojo's murdering me on sight. You know what? He's just going to dislike. You know what? There we go. I saw the problem. He's just going to dislike. I don't like him. He's a jerk. He's a plot. He's a plot point. He's not a character. He's a plot point. What were you gonna murder me? What? What do you mean I'd be an S? It means you're gonna murder me? Okay, I'm feeling good with that a curry placement for sure. Tafuku. I'm trying to put him. Tafuku's awesome. He's my guy for sure. He's awesome. Yeah. Am I crazy? Like, is he just saying he's gonna murder me, or am I crazy? I don't understand. Kaora. Ooh, Kaora Sazanami. Kaora Sazanami. I don't like him as much as Hiyuki. So I think that's right. Top of B, I'd crack a beer with Tafuku. For real. You've killed billions of ants on daily walk. We're all mass murderers. All right, then put me in dislike tier. I don't bro's just defending the sword. You're just defending the sword stain. Or no, you're not. No, I just misread that. Anyways. People like, have you seen people on Twitter? There's defending the sword saint. They're like, well, what's he gonna do? You know, he's just walking around. He doesn't have his sword. He ain't gonna do nothing. I'm like, why don't we just like put him in jail because he's a bad dude? Like, why don't like it's punishment. Doesn't matter if he's gonna hurt anyone. Someone murders someone and he's like, I promise I won't kill again. You take the gun away from him. You're not gonna let him walk the streets. He's a murderer. Throw him in jail. I've seen people defending that. It's just crazy. All right, the blonde lady from the toe, not a character. This guy, kind of a character. Soya is a character. I think Soya is pretty interesting. We'll put him atop of B. Well, this guy, I gotta rank this guy. I don't know. He doesn't do much. He's just sort of like reactionary. He's like he get from him we get like the line where he's like, this he's no mere teleporter, which is like that line itself is way so much cooler than he is. You know what I mean? I'm putting him not a character. You know what? No, I'm putting this guy in dislike. Her too. The other two characters, the toe, these two are just completely unnecessary. Like on God. Oh, dude. Oh my God. I can't believe I forgot his name. I forgot his name. He got the Seki and he was fighting Chihiro. What was his name? Also, I'm moving Kudo down one. I like Kudo, but he's not. What was his name? Willow Bald will know. He knows every character's name. This dude right here. I cannot think of his name for the life of me. But that said, he's going right below Soya. Tenri. Thank you. I could not. And this is I like 3 days, not even three, more than that. Like 5 days ago, I reread Raikuzaichi, and I still forgot his name. He's going right below Soya. He's going right below Zoya. Mr. Inazuma? Dude. Easy. The GOAT. All right, moving on. Yura is going in don't question it. Don't question it. Do not question it. Mr. Inazuma, number one character. Yura is pretty cool. I like Yura. I like Yura quite a bit. I think Yura. I like Hiyuki more. We don't know. Of course, I remember Mr. Inazuma. He's the GOAT. Are you kidding me? You know, Inazuma is look at the difference between where Inazuma is placed and where Tenri is placed. Obviously, I'm going to remember this guy. Yura, I think I like Yura. I think I like. I don't think I like him better than Kaora. We just don't know enough about him. He's cool. He's menacing. I think I like him better than Aruha. Oh wait, Kunoshige is too low. Is he? I like Yuki better than Kiora. I like Koryo better than him. Damn, Yura went down. Yeah, my bad, dude. I was just locked in. I'm like, this character, then that character, then that character, then I was moving myself down the line. Yura went down. I don't know. Yura's cool. It's just we don't know enough about him. Curry's plot development right here. Curry's plot development. I don't like her. Look, she went through a lot. Blah 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 blah. She also manipulated her Curry. I'm not gonna say she's worse than the Sword Saint, but like, yeah, she's gone. I'm not too big of a fan of her. Hirohiku. Okay, I had this thing where I say Hakuri when I mean Hirohiku, and I thought I just did it, but I'm like, no, I said Hakuri. Dude, Hirohiku. Oh God. Also, I'm looking at this. I gotta move Azami down. The A tier is getting a little too bloated. I think Hirohiku above. You know what? I'm having this issue. Hyuki needs to go in S tier. That's the thing. She has a name. It's Ice Lady. Do we actually even know her name? What are you saying L at? Are you saying L at the Ice Lady or like what my placements? I can't. I wasn't looking when you sent them, so I don't know what that was in reference to. I feel like Hirohiku. I like him quite a bit. I people like be hating on him. Like I don't like him. I mean, he took a major L against Samura, and I'm not gonna lie, that knocked him down a little bit. Honestly, he might have been S tier before that. Just the way he was using Banquet and stuff is great. Hirohiko. Why am I? Yeah, you're right. How am I saying that? Wait a minute. Here, I usually say Hirohiko. Hirohiko. Hirohiku. I don't know. Double H, just double H. Double H is Hirohiku. Hirohiko is too hard to say. He has not had like I think. Well, okay. Look, I think he had a pretty good showing. I'm not gonna lie. In against Samura, like if Samura wasn't there, Chihiro might not have beaten him. That's all I'm saying. Like, what is Chihiro gonna do against that massive play that destroyed the whole building? Like, Chihiro's not doing anything against that. Like, there's nothing he can do. Hirohiko with Kumeyuri kind of went crazy, especially because he's so inexperienced. I think you give him, and that's the thing. I don't like that he got his blade taken away with him. I want to see him develop with the blade more, make him an actual threat. Like I want the fight between him and the final fight between between Double H and Chiro almost lost in the EI. Is it EI? By the way, I keep saying II, and I'm like, I don't think that's right. It's EI, right? EI clash. But yeah, like Hiriko was pressing him beforehand, and then you give him his enchanted weapon, and like Blade or not Blade, Banquet and Play are like crazy EI. EI, yes. Okay. Now I know because I've been saying II, and I'm like, it just doesn't sound right. So I call it the white purity style, and I'm like, I feel a little dirty when I'm like, I mean, it sounds like getting a little sensitive when I say white purity, you know. So EI, thank you. I don't know. Hirohiko is pressing Chihiro. That's all I'm saying. But he's an A tier right now. I think give me a little more development with him. He can definitely bump into S tier for sure. This guy, worst genist. Yeah, I don't like honestly. Yeah, I think that's where I'm going to put him. Like bottom of C tier. He's a little more than not a character, but not by much. This guy of the Mazumi is not a character. He is not a character. Her, forgive me, I don't remember their name. I remember Ro, the privileged, the privileged. I kept saying white purity style. I'm like, oh, I cringe every time I say that. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Can I say that? Can I say this on YouTube? I don't even know. I don't remember their names. This guy is not a character. She is pretty cool. I'm thinking like. I'm thinking there. Bottom of B. Sumi is the girl. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I remember Ro. Ro. Okay, that might have been a little too much. That might have been a little too much. That might have been a little too much. Yeah, honestly, Ro right there for sure. Ro below Tefuku. Tefuku's great. Above Yura. Yeah. Ro's the GOAT. I like Ro a lot. He's great. The Sumi and Moku, not a huge fan. Not a huge fan of them. Now we got a Yori. This is also interesting. I like her. She's. Also, I think Char's mom's kind of got to go down. Char's mom was too high. Yeah. Okay. Is he already better than Tefuku? They're pretty bland right now, but I think they'll be heavily developed later. I think like Moku and Sumi. Wait, is that what you said? Sumi and Moku. Yeah, I think those two are like whatever. Ro is kind of getting all the personality, and I like him so much. I love it's one of my favorite jokes in the series where like he's like when Ro first meets Samura, he's like, I'm too blah, 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 something. I shouldn't have a kid waiting on me. He's like, I'm 23. Ro is like 20 or 22 or something. Ro is like a full grown adult, but he looks like that. It's so funny. It's one of my favorite jokes. I was gonna say she was too high. Yor needs an aura moment like a Kure. I agree. Oh wait, first I don't know what that's referring. I agree. Yor needs needs a moment. I think we're gonna get it too. Right now, I think no, she like I want like I she's a better character than Tefuku. I just like Tefuku. Okay, I think I'm comfortable with that. What was Bald's L? The big bro moments he has with Chihiro. I gotta like I was saying this. I gotta reread the whole second half of the Swordbearer assassination arc because I did a reread up until like Chihiro quote died, and so I need more. I need to like reread their interactions with them. Sumi is perfect just the way she is. Lock in. That's great. All right, we got the final two characters, Kuguri. Dude, Kuguri. Yeah, he's cool. We just haven't seen a lot of him. Char's mom. Yeah, it's just she's cool. She's cool. She kind of okay. You know what? I'm not gonna like. I feel like I might I get in trouble if I say this. Like, if you are like, you probably shouldn't be having kids. I don't know. Look. Well, you know, you probably shouldn't be. That's a little bit of a slight against her character. I don't know. I don't want to say that because it's kind of like a an icky subject to talk about, but like you shouldn't be like leave the country or something. You know what I'm saying? If you know you and your child will be at risk, like leave the country, go run away, move your houses. You just got caught. I don't know. That's my hot take. That's my real hot take for the day. Toto, I like Toto. You know what? Yeah, I think we're good there. You're on that Sojo grind. I see. Okay, okay. I don't know. Just leave the country. Why is that not an option? Just leave. We just gonna sit around and wait to get caught. Big sis Toto deserves an A. Toto's great. I like Toto. She's cool. She's fun. You know, I like her more than Kuguri. Like actually, I'm moving her back down. I don't know what I'm doing here. I like Toto. Oh, go there. What's the panel where like she gets in the car crash and Kuguri like walks up to her and she's like, "I'm dead." She's like on the ground. It's I'm dead. And then people were like, "How did Toto come back in this recent chapter when she was confirmed dead back in chapter blah blah blah?" It's just so funny. I love that. Okay, I feel like we did pretty good. You know, our S tier. Okay, all honestly, should I like actually rank Mr. Inazuma or should I just keep him there? Char's mom keeps taking L's from you. I like Char's mom. It's just she's a flashback character. She's not like a real character. You know what I'm saying? Like I love Dr. Hirulook in One Piece, but I'm not like putting him high on my ranking. He's a great character, but he's only in this story for like a chapter. The girl escaped. No, it's your tier list. I know, but should I actually rank Mr. Inazuma or not? I don't know. Like, I don't know what I should do with him. I'll put him. You want? No, here we go. I'll put him like right next to Char. There we go. Right next to Char. I'm a flashback character. Am I not real? Or am I in a flashback right now? Not that I say they're not real. It's just I don't know. I don't mess with flashback characters as much as I do like real characters. I just said real. Okay, I see what I did say that. I don't know. I just think flashback characters are like a separate. They're separate. Like I love. We're gonna get it's essential then. Yeah, you guys are all in my flashback. I'm the main character. You're in my flashback. Slave by the stream of flashback technique. That's funny. That's funny. Okay. So yeah, we did our 2 list. That was fun. I have one more very brief thing that I thought we could talk about because I feel like it'll be interesting because I'm starting another video and I thought I could just maybe talk my thing out loud. This is my interpretation of the Kagurabachi abilities. I'm talking the Enchanted Blade abilities. So we have N10, Clown Gadger, Tobimune, Kumayuri, and I've classified them into 3 different categories: offensive, defensive, buff/debuff. Okay. I'm gonna briefly go through my explanation and justification for each, and then I'll get to here this question mark because this is what my video is going to be about. So offensive, obviously, Kuro slashes offensive. May, obviously offensive. Crow, yeah, it's teleporting. It is sort of like a movement buff debuff maybe, but it's the closest thing Tobimune has to an offensive ability. Play, same thing. It's really only used for offense. Defense, right? N10, obviously you get Akka, absorption, copy, obviously. Yui, Cloud Gouger for defensive. Debatable. I was in research for this. I was rereading the chapter, and they say Yui, like it's the ice abilities from. Let me. This is what I'm saying. This is what I like. I want to talk about this. This was just what I put down. I'm gonna make another. Wait, how big was this? Was this? Let's do, because I think I like what you just said about having a utility. I'm writing that down. A utility. Cloud Gouger. Wait, you guys get me off topic. Wait, I'm going to listen to what you guys have to say, but let me explain what I'm trying to say. Yui, debatably a defensive because it's specifically said in the chapter it's a offensive and defensive ability. Oh, I forgot. I should put Shinoichi in here. You're right. You are right. We'll put Shinoichi. Okay. Well, we'll get to that in a second. Suzaku, defensive, kind of, not really. Suzaku, you heal yourself. It's not an offensive, right? You heal. It helps you when you take damage. Kind of a defensive. And Kumayuri does not have a defensive ability. Now, buff debuff is a little iffy. Nishiki obviously buffs you. Buffs Chihiro, right? Obviously. Ku, which is the water, is said to disorient and obstruct the opponent, so it's a debuff, right? Owl enhances Samura senses, buff. Banquet disorients the opponent, debuff. Another thing I wanted to note is the buffs are for quote unquote like good guy characters. N10 and Tobimune. Chihiro and Samura are good guys. Have buff abilities. Debuff, Cloud Gouger, Sojo and Hirohiku have debuff abilities. Okay? That's what I'm trying to say. Now I'm going to read your comments because I think theirs are very interesting. Suzaku and Crow should switch. So, okay. Okay. Magasumi, Centipede is defensive, Dragonfly is offensive, Spider and Flowers are support, Malediction is sicko mode. You get lost in the branches. Suzaku's flames can be used offensively. Good point. Good point. Suzaku can burn threats. It can cause building level explosions. It buffs Samura's AP when he attacks your hero. Did it? Like, I understand he was using it. I thought the whole idea was he was using it so he could immediately heal him. I didn't think it was a thing. So, okay, Shinoichi. I don't recall the Shinoichi's abilities that well enough. I like the idea of utility. Because then that, for like, utility would be Aka, Ku, Crow. I don't know what utility would be for Kumayuri. I don't know. I'm just trying to get follow like how these things works just so I can try to predict what Kumayuri's third ability is. I'm trying to figure out what the theme is. And like what I got from this was that it's a defensive-ish ability. So I was thinking something like the flames. You're right. Nah, you're right. You're right. So wait, then maybe do we have like a combat tier? I mean, it's all combat, but that would like obviously be Kuro, Mei, Suzaku, play, right? And then, so what? Well, I mean, what's left is Nishiki, Ice. Well, honestly, Ice is a combat. Like Mei and Yui are both combat. Nishiki is also combat. Yeah, now it's just evolving into 2. I don't like this. Yeah, more than just 3. I think you're right. Like, I think I'm getting into it. I just thought this would be fun to mention. What'd you say? You said Crow. What was that you said? You said Crow. Suzaku and Crow should switch. Suzaku. That's the thing. Like, what's throwing me is like I feel like Owl is just like Owl's kind of useless when you think about it. Like, unless it was used by like a blind dude. Well, so then I feel like Suzaku would be a utility. No, you're right. No, you never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know. I was just playing around with this because I'm like, I really want to figure out what this Kumayuri built. So what my theory was that this would be like dance, right? And it would be like if look into the lore of the spirit women. That's true. So I was kind of thinking like, well, I'm like in the theme of banquet play. I thought dance would be. Wait a minute. So I'm pondering. So okay, combat Kuro. But then what? So like, banquet would that not be Kumayuri's like support? Indulgence. Huh. So I'm not talking much. I'm in very deep thought right now. I appreciate all the insight you two are giving me. This is great. I noticed how much more complex I thought it was. The whole system actually is. Can we use things indulgence? So start with that. Indulgence. I know it's it. The thing is, I feel like Kumayuri is like specifically made for Hirohiku. Like I can't like see Iruha using it. You know what I mean? And it's like so bizarre when specifically Kuneshige said this one suits you to Iruha. I just find that so odd because like I feel like it doesn't suit him at all. It suits Hirohiku more than any of them. Like what is going on with? Huh? I don't know. I'm sort of getting into a rambling. I think I'm not going to go too much into this here. I'm absolutely going to be saving your guys' comments because I want to go through them again at the end when I'm trying to make my video on this. Appreciates objects. I guess that's true because we are seeing a like specific to Hirohiku Kumayuri, like how he would use it. Ruha would use it in very different ways. Like he wouldn't be using bodies. He would be like using the force essentially and like throwing objects at people. That's a good point. You know what? I didn't even. I like that. Remember when he cuddled Enzo? Yeah. And that's true. Ruha was a different person in the war, most likely. Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to spend too much time here. I just wanted to like show you guys what I was thinking. I like what you're saying about where was it? I'm trying to find. Utility always supports the other two abilities. Ku can be turned to ice, but can transfer electricity. Well, no, isn't Ku? Huh. Ghost. Ooh. See, I wish you hadn't told me that because now I'm like gonna be struggling to think of anything else because I feel like that really fits. Because it even fits with my thing because that is a defensive ability for sure. Mm. That's a good one. I like that, Chrisman. That's a good well, here's the thing. It's like, so get rid of this. Ignore my theory of dance, right? Banquet is like, I feel like it is a buff and debuff ability, right? Another thing I do want to point out, and there's no way for me to like resemble this. I feel like Cloud Gouger and N10 resemble each other fairly. These two resemble each other more than these two. Like these two, I feel like resemble each other. Owl, no. What am I saying? I feel like Crow and Play are like kind of like moving around the battlefield and like moving yourself around the battlefield, moving other things around the battlefield are very like crowd control sort of abilities that match up. Owl and Banquet. What am I saying? They do no. There's not really no correlation between Owl and Banquet. I don't know. I'm struggling. I don't have a lot of words to say right now. I think like Kuro, Mei are obviously like. Well, and then Mei is also used as cloaking like Nishiki. I was having trouble because like Ko is like kind of useless. Ko is barely ever used. I have to think about their roles in the war. Because because I've seen someone theorize that Toby Mooney was like meant to be a dude, Infoget. I'm telling you, Chrisman, I think you're right. The invisibility would be crazy. But now here's another thing, though, because like we see in the chapter, you know, what chapter is it? It's the chapter when Hirohiko does like his massive play that destroys the whole building. He's like, should I use my ability? So which like makes me think that it has like a good use in combat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You want? I want to look up. Sorry, I'm trying to find if I can see what the Shinoichi. Why, oh, Magatsumi and Shinoichi. Why are there two different? Okay. Oh, share this tab. I'm sharing this tab. Tobimuni was a medic weapon. Yes. Did I say that out loud, or was I just thinking that? Because I wanted to bring that up. That I saw someone saying that like Tobimuni was a combat medic. Like you can teleport around, you can sense people, and you can heal them. Owl seems kind of useless in combat, but it would have been detected positions of the island fighters. Ko is useful, allows for May discharge without charge up, allows for fast escapes. That's true, but it's very much a supplementary ability. Like it's not it doesn't really stand on its own. Nakubi Shaw was a showcase, not from the master. Good point. And I'm upset that we're not going to see Cloud Gadger again. I really wanted to see like Cloud Gadger full, hopefully in the war flashback. A more perfect stream could not have been recommended for me. Let's go, Ansel Leah. Welcome aboard. Is the actual name. I got you. So what I'm trying to figure out here. Paints a cobweb-like pattern on the ground surrounded by 4 groups of spider eyes. Any entities caught in the web cannot move. The Ojihiro will be able to summon entities, roll goldfish to summon himself. That, to me, feels like a debuff buff. So that's spider. Is it spider web? Spider. So that is a debuff ability in my eyes. That's, oh no. Okay. Back over here. Oh, good to know. Title versus Shinoichi is a title for something, means masterpiece. Magatsumi is a real name. Good to, I never knew that. Good to know. Good to know. So Dragonfly forms dragonfly wing shapes around itself before blasting spirit energy along the ground, rapidly expanding the dark edge with summoning flowers from beneath. The effect of this technique upon making part is unknown, but it's likely to cause a rupture from the body. That is a offense. That is offense, right? Dragonfly. Shadow Trap. Yeah. Shadow Possession. Shadow Possession. That's Shikamaru. Hey, that's me. Hey, that's me. Shadow Possession. Centipede. Summons a centipede-like structure. Maybe circular structure before blasting circular structures in all directions at high speed with enough force to cut through the earth. A little bit of a stretch, but that could be defensive, kind of defensive. That might be a little bit of a stretch. I don't know. That might be okay. I'm gonna get this out because it's distracting me. I feel like that could be a little bit of a stretch. Well, and here's the thing: all the defensive abilities aren't strictly defensive. Now that I look at it, Akka is like copy, which allows him to use the abilities on offense. Yui is like said evenly split between offense and defense. Suzaku can also be used on offense, and Centipede is maybe defensive but offensive. Has no relation to the flowers. The flowers are just a side effect. So, but here's the thing: if the flowers are just a side effect, like how much damage is the real thing going to do? Summons of Mangatsumi are only partially formed because the blade hasn't been fully unsheathed. That's a good point, right? Because they're only like just like sort of black things. The full Shinichi probably has like real, like the same way that the real goldfish are summoned from N10, like real looking centipedes are summoned from them. Hmm. It's so that's the thing. I feel like my offensive, defensive. I think. Hmm. Nagatsumi is full offense. Fuck everything else in that general direction. Like true, but I think like the only difference would definitely be Spider. Spider is just like, hey, we're gonna hold the opponent here and not let him move. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, that's the thing. I can't. Yeah. Oh, do you? I forgot about the butterfly. Like this is. It's just not even. Shino, or you know, Magasumi. I'm like rewriting how I pronounce this. Magatsumi. It is a. There are more than three abilities, so like this is just not even going to work, right? Because we got there's whatever the butterfly is, which I think is probably like a cloaking ability. If I had to guess, right, that's gonna be a cloaking ability. But and then there's malediction. What does malediction classify as? Okay, so I think Anka. So here's what I'm thinking. I think like I say, I think we just say like multiple things are going to fill into each row. Oh, whoa! I messed that up. I got to add in another Magatsumi. So this is our new one. Combat, both Dragonfly and Centipede are falling into there. Suzaku, Crow, and then honestly, I feel like because sorry, I'm struggling. Owl is more of a utility. Mei and Yui are both combat. Kuro and Nishiki. Huh. Is the only one explicitly stated to have more than three abilities, right? Because we have like these three. Oh, and then Spider would be utility. So basically, like it has to be another combat ability, right? That's all. Like that doesn't really. Oh man, then this whole thing is pointless. Like it's gonna be a combat ability. That's all. That's all I've gained from this. Hmm. It's late in the stream. No worries, man. Uh, yeah, Mangatsumi isn't even gonna fit in because they're like because look, I'll put like malediction is the ultimate is the ultimate combat ability. Like that's getting bolted. Malediction. Um. Okay, so what else falls under enhance? Right. So Nishiki falls under enhance. Mei falls under enhance. Suzaku falls under enhance. Nothing there falls under enhance, and I'm gonna say probably butterfly. I'm just like, I think we just delayed the vid. Yeah, you did. I'm gonna be thinking about this all day tomorrow. You have no idea. Probably butterfly. If you guys gotta like leave or anything, I'm just like spitballing at this point. I don't feel like you gotta stay around and watch me struggle throughout all this. I'm gonna do enhancer, like Hunter enhancer abilities. Mishiki, Mei. Okay, well, wait a minute. We're on to something. We're on to something. This kind of works. So that means wait, I figured it out. This is it. It's an enhancer ability. That's the missing Kumayuri ability. It's an enhancer, which goes with my dance. That's what I thought dance was going to be. I thought dance would be that he could do like crazy, like because it would fit in with Hirohiku, which now that I think about it more doesn't make sense because we already said it's supposed to fit in with Aruha. But he can do like specific rhythmic sword moves that like increase his speed and like okay. Now that I say it out loud, it's literally just like Hirohiko's student of freedom ability where he's like throwing the sword around, you can't see where it's coming from. Maybe that wasn't a good video. Crimson might have been on the money with invisibility. He probably was. Okay, I don't know. This is what other category could I break this into? Oh wait, I'd have Nishiki twice. I meant to write Kuro here. Kuro, Yui are specific thing. Enhancer, Megan, Nishiki, and Suzaku. I feel good about this. I don't know what could fit into here. It's got to be an enhancer thing. And the only other thing would be Magatsumi. I'm assuming Butterfly is an enhancer ability. Dragonfly and Centipede are both like very obviously combat. And so is Malediction. Huh. Oh, I don't know Street Fighter, bro. I don't get the reference. I don't get that reference. Now, you guys have helped me here. I think this is I was stuck in the offensive defensive, but it doesn't fit because all these defensive abilities are also offensive. I think the combat, enhancer, and utility. Miguel from JJ. Yeah. That is kind of what I was thinking. But now that I say it out loud, it's like it's just what the student of freedom stuff he was doing, where he would like do these obscure sword movements and no one could predict what he's gonna do. And it's like that's just such a clearly Hirohiko ability. And I gotta think of it as it's an Aruha ability first. That is also an enhancer. I actually think invisibility might be. And this is the problem because now that he said it, like I can't take credit for that. That's what's so annoying about Crimson. That you put this in my mind, and now I can't think of anything else, and I can't make a video saying it's gonna be invisibility because then it's like it's not my idea. This is annoying. You're too good, Crimson. You're so good at this. It's annoying. I don't know. Maybe I should just make a. Okay, I'm gonna sleep on it. I've been streaming for almost 2 hours now. This has been one of my long. I think this might be my longest. I usually don't stream for this long. Nah, I'm gonna think about it. I appreciate that, Crimson. I'm gonna think about it more. I think I can come up with something, but if I can't, I may steal it. Because I can see Aruha using. No, I'm not gonna steal it, but I'm like, it makes sense though, because I can see Aruha using invisibility, like with the white purity style. Like that's insane combat. Yeah, I don't. Ooh, okay, wait. I just thought of something. Maybe crowd control is another option. So that would be like Kuro, like specifically shred. Yui would be crowd control, Crow, and play. And then this would obviously be Centipede. Nah, that's too flimsy. I don't like that. Well, Centipede and Spider. Nah, that's too flimsy. I don't like that. Can I just leave? I think I feel better about this than the first one. Okay. Anyways, I'm going way too long. Almost gone 5 hours. Not 5 hours. 2 hours. I'm losing it. It's late. I got to go to bed. Appreciate Willibald, Crimson. Who else was in? Someone else was in the chat. Ansel's probably gone. He isn't still talking. Stop. My friends are texting. My friend's watching Hunter x Hunter for the first time. She's texting me. She's in the Chimera Ant arc, and she's like, "Oh my god!" She's texting me everything that's happening. It's so funny. Got to think about how the True Realm can transform any category into another. Defensive, becoming offensive. No wonder Jam Blade users are never to fight. Yeah, that's the thing. You get into Enchanted Blade because, like, that's the thing. You guys got me going on another tangent, but I love it. I love talking. Like, May shouldn't, like, is only an enhancer ability because Sojo copied Nishiki and used it for cloaking. That is only because of the True Realm. So, like, that's kind of flimsy. I'm not gonna lie. So, yeah, True Realm just like messes up the whole thing. She's in trouble then. No one's ready for that arc. She's kind of like well into it, but like, yeah, she's not ready for the ending, dude. It's gonna be rough. I think she got to the Meruem fight with Netero, which is just crazy. It's so cool. I want to make a Hunter x Hunter video. I kind of do. I was thinking about that. I don't know. My channel's mostly just One Piece and Kagurabachi, but I want to make a Hunter x Hunter video just for fun. Probably won't get any views on it, just for my own sake. All right, I'm going to think more on this. Appreciate your guys' insight. You helped. This whole second chart is from my conversation with you guys, so I appreciate that. I will see you guys on Sunday. Crimson, I hope you're here this Sunday for Kagurabachi Sunday. I'm going to try to go live like 11:30ish, a little after the chapters drop. I'm not home right at 11, so I'm not able to like live stream as soon as they drop. But I'm going to get home as soon as I can and then hopefully live stream as soon as I get home. And we can do our Kagurabachi Sunday stream. Willibald, I assume you'll be there. You're always there. You want credits on the vid? I will absolutely, when I make this video, I will absolutely credit you. I'll throw shout out to Will. I'll put you in the description. I'll shout you out at the end too. I'll do both. Shout you at the end and put you in the description 100%. So yeah, I'll see you guys Kagurabachi Sunday. We're gonna have a good time. Crimson, I hope you're there. It's been a while since you've been at a Kagurabachi Sunday. It's good to see you. Appreciate you in the chat. And dude, this week's gonna be great. We got Tobe Mune versus N10. It's gonna be nuts. I can't believe we went on break. That was so frustrating. We went on break. We gotta wait a whole other week. It's like as bad as when we had the. See, I just get myself going. I never know how to stop. It's as bad as when we had the reunion chapter, and then we had Sojo's bath time adventures on the week in the middle. You know what I mean? It's Sojo's bath time adventures. Like, this is as bad as that, where it's like you get this crazy cliffhanger and then we gotta wait a week. It's so bad. It always happens when the chapter drop is at the end of the chapter. I mean, the title drop is at the end of the chapter. It always happens then. I'm gonna be thinking about that. All right. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Appreciate you guys. Brain rot. I'm too tired. I'm like delirious right now. All right. I'll see you guys later. Appreciate you guys in the chat. This has been fun. Make up for break week. And I'll see you guys on Sunday. Peace.